Alright, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we'll be looking at Skylords Reborn, and I'll be playing Defending Hope Expert using a pure nature deck. And by doing so, you are able to obtain one more map into your achievement to get your promo mana wing. And without further ado, this is my deck, and let's get straight on to this video. It'll be a very easy finish for this Defending Hope Expert. And I'll guide you step by step so that it'll be easy to follow. The first step you should do is to summon one Wind Reverse and one World Beast. So you can have your Wind Reverse go to the left or to the right, and the World Beast left or right, whichever. There isn't really much of a difference. And what you should do is to use your Wind Reverse and World Beast to attack those Twilight Slayers first, because they kind of like have multi-shot similar to Wind Reverse and can damage your units. So make sure to attack those first, and then make sure to kill those melee units. Once kind of done, make sure to build your wall so that you get to prevent those like little Twilight units from attacking your base. So repel the first enemy units and build your power wells and monuments. So you just have to begin with your tier 2 first. There's no rush for tier 3 because you have pretty good tier 2 towers, the living tower. And what you want to do for this map is to build a very strong root network. And by having this really good root network, you are able to defend the base well. You don't really have to repair any buildings because you have your root nexus, the green and blue affinity, which helps to reduce damage to your units and buildings, and also heal your units and buildings for whichever unit that has the root network, root support system. So over on the left side of the base, you will build 2 living towers for the beginning of the game. One living tower will attack the bottom and one the top part of the wall. Now over here at this side, you just have to build the living towers at the bottom here. The reason why you don't really have to build anything at the top is because you will obtain these 3 power wells and build another base there. So you don't want to waste any power building some defenses right at the top of your right monument. Yeah, and once you have a few of these living towers up, you can send your units to lure these like 2 Twilight Brutes down so that you're able to get the power well and also build your next defenses up there. So as time goes by, build more living towers, just slowly build up your root network. Get a power well and build more living towers. And over here you need to build about, I think, 4 to 5 living towers, because you want to attract these like few really strong Twilight units and kill the Twilight Abomination. But of course, what you want to do is just build 2 living towers first to clear the Twilight waves, and save your power to build the power wells, because power wells are more important for you to gather more power throughout the game.
Destroying them would surely ease the pressure.
Yep, so make sure to build more living towers. Just continue building up your defenses. This is all part of the entire game. It's just building living towers, building razor leaves, build up your defenses, build tonbugs, all the root network units. And once you have about 4 living towers, 4 to 5, you are able to attract the Twilight units. And over here you use the creeping paralysis so that the Twilight units are unable to attack your living towers, and they can slowly kill off all of these like Twilight Death Gliders and the Abomination. Of course, the Abomination will lose its paralysis first because yes, it's too tanky, and you want to attract the Twilight Abomination to like hit your units so that you don't have to rebuild your towers.
The attacks are getting stronger. Be prepared.
Yep, just continue to build your base, and once these enemy units are down, rescue Rogan, and then build your last base over here at the top, your 4th monument. And over here, what you want to do is to just connect all the root networks together. The left camp by itself is able to be a very strong root network, but you want to connect this entire right side so that your razor leaf will get stronger, your living towers will get stronger, because the more root users you have, the faster living tower will attack your enemies. So it's very good. Yeah, the Twilight Dancers are out, and what you need to counter this is the razor leaf. The razor leaf will kill off the Twilight Dancers. Yeah, all the razor leaves are up. 1 for each base area. So for the Relief, what you want to have is one over at the left base, one at the right base, and one right in the middle here of your power wells to destroy a lot of the Twilight units. Yep, this is where I'll plant my Relief. And so basically this is about the second tier, I would say. The first tier is to make sure to build up your living towers to quite a strong and quite a lot of living towers. The second phase is to have your Reserve up, and the third phase is to have your Sylvan Gates up to buff up your root network. So that is the 3 phases that you would have to build. Of course, once you kind of like complete your third phase, which is like similar to something like this, you are kind of guaranteed that your base is safe and could last the entire game. But of course, nothing is for sure, so continue to summon all your living towers to strengthen your base. And of course, you got additional power, get a tier 4, have Howling Shrine, build more Reserve, continue building more living towers, and this game will be very easily right in your back. And of course, later in the game you have a lot of spare power, and what I like to do is to summon a giant nymph and clear off the infestation bases at the 4 corners of the map, which will spawn like Twilight units to attack your main base. So yeah, after a while I would summon my giant nymph. Let's wait for that moment. Yep, he's here. And what I will do is to destroy the Twilight manifestation bases. So yep, I'll reduce stress for my defenses, even though I think my defenses are pretty good. They can withstand the attacks. And over here I have my green piece because I don't want to have my giant nymph be attacked by the Twilight Abomination or even the Twilight Hawk at the top, around the top here. Yep. So except for the bottom left base, of the other bases you use green piece to prevent enemies from attacking your giant nymph. And yeah, just make sure that your defenses are doing well. Just take a look once in a while to see if there's anything that you can improve on, building more living towers, howling shrines, etc, etc. And yes, the manifestation bases are destroyed at the corners, so it'll be pretty easy for you to defend your base right now. And once the timer hits about 1 minute ish, the Twilight Dragons will start spawning and attack your base, but you have no issues because your Reserve is just too strong, getting buffed by the root network, so no issues about that. And we'll see the wave that will attack the strong waves, the Twilight Dragons. And you can see that it's very easily taken down. Wow, one shot is almost dead. Very, very simple, very easy, no issues whatsoever. And you definitely win this game by having a very strong connected root network. So yep, this is how you complete Defending Hope on expert difficulty using a pure nature deck. And of course, if you enjoy my video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, or if you want, you can follow my Discord channel, and I'll see you guys soon for my next video.